What if the story of the Exodus wasn't about millions walking out of Egypt, but a handful of people who carried an idea powerful enough to change history forever? 1. The enormous numbers in the ancient texts, they were never meant to be census data. They're literary hyperbole, a storyteller's way to magnify the divine. Even the scriptures themselves whisper a smaller truth, a modest band, not a massive nation. Exodus 23:29-30, Numbers 3:42-43, Deuteronomy 7:7. 2. By the mid-12th century BC, Egypt's grip on Canaan had already turned to dust. The empire that once ruled the Levant was crumbling, and the grand boasts of Pharaoh Merneptah in 1203 BC, pure propaganda. Not one of the destroyed peoples on his stele actually vanished. Egypt's power was fading, and the collapse had already begun. 3. Archaeology tells a subtler story. There was no sweeping invasion, no sudden wave of outsiders storming into Canaan. Instead, it looks like an evolution. Local Canaanites slowly reshaping their identity into something new. The Israelites weren't invaders. They were survivors. 4. Some scholars claim the liberation story simply mirrors Egypt's retreat from Canaan. But that's a theory built on air. The real evidence, architectural, linguistic, and ritual, points south, deep inside Egypt's own borders. Even the tabernacle itself mirrors the royal battle tent of Ramses II, an Egyptian blueprint reimagined as sacred space. 5. And then, there's the Song of the Sea, an ancient hymn echoing victory, and phrases lifted straight from Ramses' own inscriptions at Kadesh, texts only known during his reign. Coincidence? Or a memory preserved by those who were actually there? So, was the Exodus a myth? Or a memory? A grand escape? Or a quiet rebellion that reshaped a people's soul? The truth lies buried, not in miracles or myths, but in the fragments of history waiting to be understood. What do you think? Was the Exodus a real event, or a powerful metaphor for liberation? Share your thoughts, like if you love historical mysteries, and follow for more untold stories from the ancient world.